Alright guys, in this video we're going to tell you everything you need to know about the Golf Tourer caravan. Hopefully this helps you make up your mind whether or not you want to purchase one yourself. We're going to share with you what we've learned over the last 10 months from travelling up and down the Australian East Coast. And we're also going to go through a lot of the features of this particular van. We're going to discuss the tear weights. We're going to look at the solar panel systems. We're going to look at the size of the beds and bunks and fridge. And after that, hopefully, you're going to like and subscribe because we love yous all. All right, now as you first come inside this van, you'll notice we've got a dinette table, which is more like a cafe style, so it's facing each other. Tables fold out, and what's great about it is when you don't need to actually store anything on the table, well, you've got all this extra legroom down in front, and it seems to open up the area to the kitchen a lot more from having this feature. I do know you can get an L-shaped table as an option, but we chose to go this way for our bigger kids. All right, the cupboards that come as a standard feature in the Tourer van present extremely nice. They've got one of the best finishes I've seen in a lot of caravans. However, I don't like the curvature and the way that they're situated. You'll find you drive along the road, you bounce around, all your food seems to fall from this flat shelf. As you can see, there's a gap here between the curvature of the cupboard, and this food seems to lean against the cupboards here, so as you open the door, they all fall down on the table. So that's one negative that I've found so far. All right guys, now one option that isn't standard on the van when you get it is this barbecue table right here. This is the biggest thing I'm going to recommend you to get. Make sure you get a power outlet outside because you're going to spend most of your time cooking off this little bench here. It's so much easier instead of getting all the smells and everything inside your van. Sit outside here, pull out the awning, cook from this location here, then take your food inside or sit around with your mates outside and eat. So as a standard feature of our van, we're given this 12-volt outlet and the aerial for a TV. Now we haven't used the TV outside at all, so if this costs you any extra, guys, and you don't want to pay for it, I'd advise not to, because I don't know how many people actually sit outside and watch TV. You'd rather be having a beer or cooking. All right, this is the canister in here, guys, for your toilet that's in the ensuite. I'll take you in there in a second and we'll have a look at that. And it's 20 litres, roughly lasts about 2 days, with a couple of yous going away for a weekend. That's all with some kids. As we swing around here, you'll notice that we've got the triple Thule bike rack. This is bloody great. Like if you're taking bikes anywhere, I'd recommend to get it. It's an easy strap, you just fold it down, bikes sit in there, pull the little levers, they do up nice. 3 bikes, holds the first bike about 2 inches, if that, maybe 1.5 inches off the back of the van. And it doesn't matter how bumpy it is, the handlebars do not hit the back of it there. If I've got a little bit of footage, I'll throw it in for you. When we took the boys down to Shoalhaven Heads at the start of the year, you'll see how good these are. Spare tyre sits on the back, nice and easy out of the way, not a drama there. We opted for the outdoor shower with our van as well. Got to be honest, I only ever used it once, and that was because I had grease on my hand outside, so I wanted hot water. So it tucks away nicely in there. I'll give you a little demonstration.
Jeez, I didn't even know that was
So that's it in there.
pretty secret.
As I said, yeah, we don't hardly ever use it, but got a little bit of grease on the hands, nice and easy away it went. Not sure how much they would normally cost, but look, definitely not a necessity. Wouldn't pay for that one if you had to.
Unless you're going to the beach often and you don't want sand in your van, then that would be a good fit for you.
All right, so we're inside. Kitchen, standard comes flick mixers. They're like a nice little alternative now as opposed to a couple of taps. Kitchen sink, luckily has 3 gas cooktops and 1 electric cooktop. So if you're staying in a park somewhere, you do run out of gas, you can actually use the electric cooktop off the main supplier. Vice versa, if you're living off grid, well, you're going to use the gas, aren't you? Unless you have a very, very big battery system. Moving over here, we've got the fridges. Now, not sure what size this is. I think it might be 185 litre. 125 litre, I'd say. Maybe 125. I'll check that out. I'll write a link in there. This fridge is quite good. It's a little bit dirty right now at the moment because we've got back and I've turned it off, but it needs a good clean. So I'll make sure Jesse gets in and cleans that well.
Yeah, right.
But it holds enough for a good, I'd say, a week.
It's a good fridge.
It's a good fridge. It does keep it cold. It's got all the It'll run automatic. You can set it on auto so it knows when you hook up the car, it changes to the car's power. When you disconnect the car, it'll turn on to either gas or mains power when you plug it in, and it will select mains power all the time first. Freezer, well, we like to take an extra few freezer blocks just in case we're venturing out somewhere because I don't have the fridge in the car anymore. The microwave's a fantastic little thing. We use it for all of our cooking, not a drama. Not very
Super
big inside.
easy to use.
Still needs a good clean as well. Jesse hasn't cleaned that, but that's okay. Up the top here, we've got some storage. I keep a sandwich maker and a vacuum seal set of bags there in case I want to vacuum seal some meat down, store in the freezer. And I like these. Guys, get these. These are fantastic. Put all your nachos on there, slide them into this part of your oven, and away you go. You got a perfect meal of nachos any night of the week. All right, guys, when we purchased this van, we were lucky enough to get 3 95-litre tanks. 2 95-litre tanks are for fresh water, 1 95-litre tank is for the grey water. If you're ever staying in a national park or a rest area, in a rest area, you have to take away your own grain water. You're not allowed to discharge lawfully on site. Now the drama with this van is, look at this. We've got the most flimsiest little discharge points here. They don't really fit to any sort of hose. And look, if you do have your kitchen sink, which you will, you'll have your kitchen sink, there'll be rice and everything that goes down there. This little thing gets blocked quite a lot. Now, I'm a plumber and I'm still yet to fix that, so might be annoying, but it's obviously not that annoying. Guys, another issue, if you've never had a caravan before, these are a 15 amp outlet. So if you go and buy your van and you come home, like I did, and you think you're just gonna plug a normal power point straight in here, you got another thing coming. You're gonna have to go to Bunnings and get a 15 amp lead. This one here, we've got a problem with this. It's never actually closed since day one, but we've chose to fix that with a bit of electrical tape. They have said that they will fix that under warranty. That's no issue whatsoever. The other issue, you get your 15 amp power outlet. You're gonna need to go to Bunnings as well and pick up a 15 amp by 10 amp RCD so that you can plug this into your household power point. Basically, guys, if you don't have something similar like this, you can't just come home and start using it like you'd love to. All right, these are the triple bunk beds at the back. We went with the triple bunk beds because we've got 4 boys and we thought we'd at least take 3 of them and punish one of them. So, these were meant to be 195 centimeters tall, I was told by the salesman. Unfortunately, they're 181 centimeters tall. Now, 181 is actually my height. I sit there, my feet touch there, my head's into the end, down the end there. So once you get to my height, 5'11" and a half, that's as big as you want to be on these beds. Width-wise, they're not too bad. They sit at 73 centimeters wide. So that's not too bad when you're, you know, I'm overweight, and yet I can sleep or lay on one of these if forced to, but luckily I always get the main bunk. Up the end here, pass us the video, swing in here, let's have a look at this. In here, there's charging points. In here, you also get a light, and on the light from the underside, under here, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a charging point as well. Every single bunk has its own fan and own controller and own window. They're a big window. Right, this little feature here, that's obviously a ladder for people just to step up there to get up in here.
I've never gotten up there with that.
Well, Jesse doesn't have to. Actually, here's a really good for headroom, right? 181 centimeters. I've probably got, well, and I'm in thongs too, I'm pretty high, but I don't know. I've probably got a good 4 or 5 inches above me. Jesse, 2 meters tall. And if we take a quick look at Jesse there.
In joggers.
In joggers. Jesse's on the roof. Okay.
Gotta watch your head on that.
You gotta watch your head. Now look, I love this feature. This is a really nice feature in this van. Cupboards are all finished nice. Wood grain look, everything's finished nice. But we open this up, got great storage with drawers. They all on soft close, nice tuck away, sit themselves in there. Lots of storage in here. Broom cupboard to the side. Now I like to keep a little 2000 watt oil heater in there, because when you go away and it's freezing cold, like if you're down south, you're in the ACT, it's -2, -3, the air conditioner doesn't work that good. But that little puppy, that little oil heater will work all night, plugged into mains power only, not off grid, all night, and it'll keep the place so hot you can just sleep in shorts and a shirt. Moving into the bathroom. Not too bad actually. We've got a little ensuite. Now, we've got a little ensuite in here. It's got a glass bowl and comes with another nice little flick mixer here. We've got shelving down here where you can keep pegs, the toilet cleaning stuff, all different rolls of toilet paper. Little toilet, flushable toilet. You can swivel these around to however you want to sit. If you're really tall like Jesse, you might want to aim towards the door. If you're like me, you can sit wherever you like. BSB connectors up here above here. USB, not BSB. USB connectors, even in the toilet. Don't know why you'd want one in there, but anyway, you can charge your phone while you're in there from that or from the power point. Now the shower. Watch your elbow, son. Shower is a great little feature. It's a little bit squishy for my size to move around in it, but the hot water system, I think it might be a 10 litre, you can get, we've found you can probably get between 3 and 5 minutes per shower, and then depending on how hard you have the water pressure, and then it's restored back in say 20 minutes. So for what I do is I'll start saying to the first kid at about 7 o'clock at night, mate, you'll shower, and then I'll go last at the end. Now you've got two options for your hot water heater on how you want to get it hot. You can either use the gas from the front of your van, or you can use the electric hot water if you are parked in a caravan park, use their power. Me, I'm mostly parked in caravan parks, so I've always gone in the electric hot water. We use a lot of hot water because we like to have long showers and washing up. TV. TV is a 12 volt and 12 volt and a 240 volt unit. The position of the TV is not where we asked it to be. We were instructed it was going to be placed up here. I don't advise you get your TV above your sink, because when your cups come out and you start placing all your cups, down, before you know it, 2 or 3 cups, you're right underneath the TV. And it comes out off the bracket, so you've constantly got to move it back when you want to actually wash up in this area here. So I think it would be nicer if you positioned your TV here, where you could pull it away on the bracket, away from where anyone's going to be, as opposed to having it right here in the area where you're washing up.
However, if you're sitting in the lounge area and you just want to chill out, have something to eat, it's a good spot.
That's true. It's a perfect spot in that situation.
Yes.
One thing I would ask for you guys, this here, this is a roof vent as well as another source of light, skylight. To make this van even better, I should have had one put down there in the hallway. Of an afternoon, when it's overcast, the end of the hallway down there near the cupboards does get quite dark, because the boys will leave up their triple bunk windows, their shades. And as you can see with the shades, they totally block out all the light. So I mean, they're fantastic, but they do make the caravan dark. So another skylight down the end there would have been great. Everything has midgie-proof mesh, so there's no worries in the world there. You're not going to get bitten by anything. They tuck away. Absolutely perfect. No dramas at all. All right, now as a standard feature we got in the package of this van was 2 by 185 watt solar panels on the roof, 2 by 100 amp hour AGM batteries, not lithium batteries. We went with the AGM, and we haven't been off grid for a very long time, probably because we don't have an inverter installed in the caravan. We haven't really depleted any of the batteries, but just from normal usage, the fridge obviously runs on LPG, don't use the microwave off grid, normal usage, batteries never run out. The system installed from the factory is a projector system. I don't really know how to work it, but it does say that this part here is our 200 amp hours. Batteries are at 84% at the moment, Currently 25 degrees outside, and we're using a 3.1 hour amp draw with all the lights on. This is the pump symbol over on this side, and you just turn that off like that. I always like to keep it off most of the time. This has been broken since day one, so it's always flashing 100% full. I don't know if that's the back tank or the front tank. And water capacity, I think, is at 25% maybe. Alright, so an optional extra on this van was the ESC, Electronic Stability Control. I've never had this come on at all when I've been driving, but apparently what it's meant to do, as you start to get the swerves up, if a truck goes past you, it's meant to independently brake using the ABS system, similar to an ABS system, and take out that actual wobble that you're experiencing. Hopefully, you guys never need that, but I'd recommend that you take that up as an extra option. Electric brakes come standard, and you've also got this little carabiner that you plug to the back of your car. So should something else go wrong, these chains break, you didn't put the tow bar on properly as you were driving, and the caravan comes free, this tension will pull on this clip and lock the brakes up behind you. Hopefully, just keep them within the lane. Although I doubt it. I reckon it'll flip the thing. Alright, this is an added extra $350 for a bayonet fitting at the front of the van. Now the reason why it costs so much is because they've got to get a licensed plumber to certify the gas integrity, that there's not an issue with it, and because they like to make a little bit of money while doing so. That's a feature we've never used, so probably don't even need to get it. You can just plug in if you like. You plug directly into your two 4.5 kilo gas bottles at the front up there, or you can just use what I use most of the time, which is just an electric induction cooker. Alright, standard on this one was these toolboxes. I think they're an optional extra, but they're just so handy. We throw all of our hoses in here, buckets, you name it. All your wheel chocks are in here. Just easy to get to whenever you pull up. It's actually Jesse's job most of the time. Get all the wheel chocks out, get the leads out, get the hoses out. I do the sullage, and that's it. And it's quite simple just to lock it up. It's a big space. On the other side, I've got a slide out drawer where you can put a barbecue or anything else, a toolbox, standard toolbox in there should you wish. Alright guys, this is the tunnel boot that sits at the front of the caravan. It's a little bit messy in there, but we'll have a look. So as you can see, I keep the compressor. We've got all the seats, we've got paddles, oars, everything in there. Now this fan has a tare weight of 2,300 kilos and it has a GVM of 2,900 kilos. So there is a 600 kilo payload, and it has a ball weight up the front there of 180 kilos. So it's actually not very heavy when it sits on your car, and your cars will, without additional suspension, sit quite level. Guys, thank you very much for coming along on this little journey in our video. I hope we didn't miss anything that you really wanted to know. If you did, please write in the comments and I'll answer all the questions that I'm capable of answering. Other than that, thank you very much for your patience. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We appreciate you all. Cheers guys, and have a good one. And if you want to come along for another journey with us, click this video right here and see where we've been.
Now, if you ever get bored, we got heaps of videos on the van. Go binge watch them. Might learn something. Have a bit of fun. All right, see you guys.